okay.
We don't
But
like white Americans here.
otherwise, the burger was very plain. Like there was nothing, I guess, about it that would want me to come back and get it. It was, other than it was cooked good. I'll give that. And then
But
my
not
wife,
seasoned.
really no. I mean, there was
No.
really no. I didn't even taste the spicy garlic aioli. Like there was
Okay.
really no spice to it. I really think the cheese kind of screwed it up. Anyway, and then my wife had the salads and bowls. She had the ahi tuna poke bowl,
Sounds delicious.
and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She posted it to her story. But yeah, I asked what the little bean-looking things were, and she says they were edamame. I'm like, oh, well, now I know what that is.
Yeah, it's not my favorite of the legume family, but
The seaweed salad in this, though, is pretty interesting. It was literally 2 pieces of seaweed like this on top. That was pretty much it.
all right.
So for those, and then my wife had a cocktail,
Okay.
and I had just a fountain pop. For
So
the two of
$60 out the door
you
with a
wish,
tip.
pal.
That's what the tip included.
You wish.
Okay.
The bill was 68. Not much off, but 68.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You said your thing was $16.
Correct. So the
So you got another 52 to go.
these guys were the Moroccan
$2.
meatballs were $15.
Oh, I think I forgot the meatballs. Okay.
Her cocktail was $15.
Yeah. So I forgot the meatballs.
Her poke bowl, I think, was like 20
$30.
something.
Yeah. I'd guess if they were doing good ahi tuna, then yeah, I would assume that that'd be close to 30.
So we were out the door with tip. I did $80 basically for both of us.
That's pretty normal for us.
Okay, right?
I mean,
well, for you and Angie, or for you and your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're usually both getting a drink, though. I mean, it's not out of the question for $100 dinner for us to go, and that's nothing, over the top fancy like this.
So I say that to say this.
Mm-hmm.
The feedback that I'm getting from a lot of people at my spot is that for what I'm giving people, I'm feeding a lot of people for a low price.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had one lady come in and said, you just fed a family of 5 for $100.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we just ate and that was with tip. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, is that good? Like, should my prices be higher? Like, why? I mean,
so how many dining options are there in the area?
So
past fast food.
Do you count Big Boy?
Sure, we'll count Big Boy.
All right,
it's a sit down. It's a family meal.
So sit down places, non-fast food. There is this place, a bar, us, a Greasy Spoon that's open until like 6,
mm-hmm.
and Big Boy. So
yeah.
Oh, and they just opened a new pizza buffet. So 7.
So yeah, your options are greasy burger diner food.
Yeah.
So even I'd include Big Boy in that. Or a bar burger. So
or uppity or meatball or pizza.
Yeah, so you and Atlas are the two normal dining experience where you're going to get Atlas has some nicer options.
Yeah,
but it's nothing crazy. You're going to get a properly cooked burger. You're going to get a salad that's not just out of a bag and into a bowl, and yeah. So
speaking of that,
when that's the comparison for even like 2 people going out to, when somebody said that, oh, you can't feed my husband and I can't go to dinner for $50.
Yeah, that's
the case. That doesn't mean you raise your prices.
No,
that means you are right where you want to be.
Yeah, and I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So you brought up salads. I don't know if you saw a picture I posted the other day of a salad that we somehow created. So we have a chicken Caesar wrap on our menu that it's new. And I had a nice lady come in and say that she has allergies, couldn't do gluten. And I said, well, I can make that into a salad if you want. She's like, yeah, but I had chicken Caesar salads all the time. Like, can I just get something different? I'm like, well, let me try something. So for our wings, I have been very proud of myself, uh, with the exception of that rub bubba, um, that I've made a couple sauces on my own.
Mhm.
One of them was a house-made Parmesan garlic sauce for our wings, and so I keep it on hand. And so I did basically like a Parmesan garlic chicken salad. So we made it basically a salad with smoked chicken on top and the Parmesan garlic sauce and like Parmesan shreds and then like crunchy fried onions.
Okay.
And she was happier than a pig in shit. I posted that. She commented on it, said it was great. I've had 8 people come up and ask for that salad now.
Excellent.
Like, so I put the salad on the menu.
Mm. No, but you have the stuff to bake it.
Yes,
So
we
that way
can
when
always
someone
make
asks
it
for it, and
special.
now you have an off menu item that people ask for.
So you
I think
brought
it's awesome to have secret menu items.
well, you brought that up again. So we did this past. I got my panini press.
Mhm.
Love it. So we did a barbecue grilled cheese, a barbecue melt on Thursday.
Was that your pic? Was that actually your picture?
Yes,
Awesome. No, it was just so evenly toasted. Like it was
yes.
perfectly done. Good job. Well done.
So we originally started putting like butter or not butter, but garlic mayo on the outside of the bread.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a grilled cheese with mayo?
Yeah, I don't it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, so it really didn't do a lot for it either. So we just put it underneath. We just sprayed it and put it underneath, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a lady come in that Saturday and say, hey, or call in and say, "Hey, do you? My daughter wants that barbecue melt."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Well, that's typically just our a rotating Thursday special." She's like, "Oh, she was so looking forward to that. Like, can you can you make it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can make it." So it's like, okay, barbecue melt. It's like,
Eh, as far as our truck goes, if someone asks for something and we have the materials to do it,
yeah, I'll make it.
we're gonna do it. I
I
mean,
kind of
even
I kind of make it sound like it's a chore just to help them understand it, but
I
you mean
suppose.
I got to turn the grill on like it has been on all day?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
for our panini presses took a while to get to temperature.
Yeah,
Um, we were also
this
running
is
them in the winter, so they were pretty damn cold. But
pretty cold.
um, yeah, excellent. I mean, it was kind of the same thing when we did when we had meals, and then we took them off the menu, but we still had. I mean, I gave you all kinds of cases of
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
We still had some, and if someone asked for it, we still had it on the
yeah.
register. So we had a handful of people that ordered them for 2 years.
So if
You
you
know,
didn't know, I mean, you probably haven't looked at the menu, but we took meals off.
yeah,
So now we ask them if they want to because we give them chips with a sandwich now. And we
okay.
ask if they want to upgrade their chips to a side, and we give them $1 off. So and I said, "Oh, you could do 2 sides, and you get $2 off,
Are you doing like full bags of chips?
like just the ones you get anywhere else, like
Yeah,
they're
like you, but
one
you're
ounce
doing a
bags."
bag of chips. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
not a handful of chips type of thing.
Well, we ran out of bags because it was cheaper to buy the other ones were on sale. So I wanted to see
Okay.
if we could do. The problem
So
with those is you don't get a good yield because like the bottom of them are all crumbs, and
yeah,
yeah, I just don't do that. So we're probably just going to spend the extra and just do the regular bags because it's easier,
hmm
especially for grab and
so
goes.
to get a normal side, it's cheaper than a bag of chips.
No, so you get a let's say you do a pulled pork sandwich
Yeah, and
for
it comes with a bag of chips.
for 9.50.
Okay,
Okay, you can save $1 on a side. So all our
you get a
sides are
dollar off the side, not a
correct.
dollar off the. Okay, gotcha,
Correct. Yes, $1 off the side.
gotcha.
Or you could save $2 off 2 sides and make it a meal and get a free piece of cornbread. Hmm hmm hmm
Okay, that
Um,
seems more complicated than it needs to be. But
no, because here's the thing. So when I was trying to figure out the whole online system through Square, the ordering
mhm,
system, it still screwed me up. But I think I've got it enough where in my modifiers on my POS are
mhm,
like X, Y, and Z, right?
mhm,
So if they want click a meal and then click 2 sides.
mhm.
With this one, I use the same modifiers, but they didn't have to check the meal to upgrade to, or to charge them $8. They could just charge the 2 sides and not be any. Not they would get. It would act like they were getting sides for free. Let's put it that way. So I had to go back in and list every side as like $4 under the modifiers. So it charged them extra.
You create a variation.
Yes.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it. We did the same thing when we had meal.
But I had to title it, make it a meal for $8 and get get a free cornbread, and it requires them to pick 2 sides now. I didn't.
So they're getting cornbread and 2 sides then?
If for $8, yes.
Okay.
My goal is to get a 20 spot out of everybody that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal, if I can. So yesterday,
on average.
No, I would love to get a 20 spot from everybody.
Well, yeah, but on average, though, like
yes,
the people that have $100 order offset the people that got just a sandwich on the run, and
so this week, our average ticket was $39.52.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You're getting a 20 spot out of every person and a 10.
So great.
Yeah.
No, but it was also like yesterday. It was $43 a person was our average ticket for like a $2,000 day.
And that's what I would expect with the Super Bowl. That's why I asked you if you were selling a lot of large quantities of meat and wings.
Yeah, it was.
So we see that a lot leading up to holiday weekends. We have a lot of people stop by and get 3 pounds of pulled pork, and they're going somewhere for the weekend type of thing, heading into a holiday. So,
of course, all the money I made this week, I just had to pay some bills. I hate that. Why can't money just stay in there? Like, that's all that matters. Why can't it just
be grateful that you had the money to pay the bills?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not ungrateful.
Yes,
like some people.
I'm very grateful.
I didn't say you. I said like some people.
Yeah, there's only 2 of us here. Generally, when you say unlike some people, you're referring to the person in the room.
Oh. It's Fred behind you.
We have talked to 0 other people today, so it's not like you're implying it's somebody else.
Josh, you're very grateful.
Fuck you.
By the way, so you asked about like what we did yesterday as far as like the type of items that were ordered.
Right. we got to get to a whole bunch of comments after.
Oh, please. No, go ahead. I love comments. Go ahead.
I had my calendar pulled up on the same screen, so I missed some of these. Sorry, everybody. I was trying to book something.
We're trying to run a business here.
Justin says you have to consider what you bring to the market. Are you offering something other than just the food? Are you offering an atmosphere and service or expertise that warrants extra cost or value to your guests?
That guy might know what he's talking about. I'm just saying. He's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah. Pam says secret menu Skippy.
I love secret menus.
Menu Skippy. Secret. Justin again. If the answer is no, then just charge a normal rate. I think you're making your guests do too much mind gymnastics there. And that's what I was saying about the whole meal thing. It seems more complicated than it needs to be. Like for them to be able to figure out what something's going to cost them. Like, well, if I get this and this and this, then I have to subtract $2 here. You know?
Literally when I'm asking them if they want to upgrade to a side, I don't even tell them how much it is. Like, I'm just like, it comes with chips. Do you want to upgrade to a side? They're like, yeah. They don't even know that they're paying $4 instead of $5.
So they think they're getting the side for the same price as the chips then?
No, that's why I said upgrade. It's implied that there's a monetary unit involved.
You got to send Musk over to Skippy's place.
We're not wasteful spending.
Implied charges.
The government
pretty sure this is how Netflix ended up with a huge class action, or not Netflix, but Verizon ended up with a huge class action suit.
Listen
it's
here.
It's a service fee.
Listen here. It's implied that they're going to spend more when they get a side.
Okay.
I hate you all.
Hey, if someone walks up to my trailer with a $20 bill and says, "This is what I have to spend on lunch," I want it to be as easy as possible for them to know what they can buy.
I do too. That's why I'm very nice to talking to them about it. I'm a salesman. That's my job.
I'm with you, Justin.
Fuck you both. Excuse my language.
Pam says, "You roll your eyes big time with special request, Josh." I do not.
Yes, he does. Thank you, Pam.
You want to know what I roll my eyes at? Can I get a Dorachos with everything deconstructed? Can I get the chips in one container, the sauce in another one, the barbecue sauce in another one, the onions in this container, the peppers in this container? You know how much it cost me to make that effing Dorachos? Like $10 in containers.
Why don't you just do the little pieces of foil?
What?
No containers at all. Just do little pieces of foil.
Little pieces of foil?
Yeah, so you rip the little foil off, you put the onions in here, wrap it up.
Because it looks like shit. It looks like I filled a container, a bag full of...
Okay, then stop complaining.
I don't complain, Pam. Do I ever not fulfill a request?
Do you complain while you're fulfilling the request?
No.
Liar!
Verbally, no.
Then why would she say, yeah, eye roll, there you go. Yeah, eye roll.
An eye roll is not a complaint.
That is too a complaint.
It's a mild agitation.
Of what? You had something in your eye? Like a complaint?
Yes.
Thank you, Pam. I love you.
Justin, why are you confused? Will you please cut the sandwich in half? Eye roll.
I get that too, though. I fucking hate that.
Pam, is it ever like at a normal roadside place, though? No, it's at a frickin' festival where there's a line 47 people deep, and we don't have any clean knives. Because we just got done trimming meat for the next day. Yeah.
So
I two sandwiches.
I get people asking about like a 2 meat plate, right?
Yeah.
And a 2 meat plate, right? We advertise as like it's got 5 ounces of meat on it, on each meat, and so they'll. Can I get?
So are you weighing those?
Yes, we are. Swear, definitely weighing them.
I was just asking, or if you had like a scoop that you. Well, this is about 5, because like our sandwiches are about a quarter pound with that scoop. Yeah. But we don't advertise it's a quarter pound sandwich.
Every sandwich we use a 4-ounce scoop. Our side we use a 6-ounce scoop.
Okay.
Because that's what our sides are. They'll typically will fit in there.
Those are volume, not If it says 6 ounces on it, that's volume, not weight.
Whatever. You're right. You are absolutely accurate.
No, it's important distinction because not everybody understands.
Sorry, they're not.
When we have 8-ounce side containers, I have heard some people on my truck to customers say it's a half pound of whatever. I said, no, it is 8 ounces. Volume, not weight.
Yes, volume, not weight.
Because all of our sides weigh different amounts per ounce.
So they have asked for double brisket. So I have to charge them like for double brisket. So it's basically $6 extra. And it ends up being like a 2 meat plate, which is typically $18, goes up to add $24 for double brisket and 2 sides. I'm like, some are weighing out. It's like 10 ounces of meat and I'm losing money. No, I'm not. It's actually working out. Doing the meat plates and by the pound's actually working out better now that you market it by the half pound and not the full pound.
Or why not do both?
Because I don't need to yet.
All right. Pam says, as always, you are correct, Josh. My reference to the places that we get asked to cut sandwiches in half all the time.
Sure.
Granville, the Vintage Fest, is a big one. There's a lot of elder people there. And it's like every other sandwich was freaking cut. And can I have a receipt? For them to us hand them the receipt and say, oh, we don't need that.
Yeah. You printed a receipt, pal.
You did it. Which is why we stopped offering the option. Justin says, do foil only if you subtract $2 and decide by the sum of the negative equity of the styrofoam.
Don't you got some noodles to cook?
He says, I'm still confused about the sides and chips. Pam says, I could do an upcharge for the deconstruction. I've been known to charge $1 per white bud with bulk meat, which she's done.
Charge for a bun? It's fantastic.
Well, no, we do. So if people want, like, can I get 2 pounds of pork and can we get some buns? Sure. How many buns would you like? Normally, we'll go like a quarter a bun because we're not looking to screw people. Already, they can get them cheaper if they just stop at the gas station, even. So I think there was 4 buns. Pam asked how much to charge. I said $1, and she had $1 per. I think it's how that ended up rolling.
Have those customers ever come back?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, they have.
Have they paid $1 per bun since?
No, because I don't think so. But just because we can doesn't mean we should. Hello, Matthew.
Yeah.
Good. There are little children here today, just an FYI.
Little
Don't be
gremlins.
startled.
One pops out and bites your ankle.
Midwinter break. Today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole midwinter break thing. It's fucking weird. Anyway.
Oh, they had a day off of school last week for freaking ice or
So
whatever.
yesterday, going back to what we were talking about, you asked about buying meat in bulk. So we have a platter option called Feed the Family. It's $80. It's a pound of chicken, pound of pork, a full rack of ribs, 2 16-ounce sides, just to confuse Justin some more, and 4 cornbread. So we charge $80 for that. We had 4 orders of just that. So that's bulk stuff. And then we sold out a brisket, had a bunch of mac and cheese sold. So yeah, they were just kind of buying shareable versions of all that.
Excellent.
But there was 2 meat plates, and had people come back from the day before that I talked to, and they came back the next day. Right now, our streak in 1 week is a lady named Sally. She's got 3 days in a row out of the 4 that we were open, because she came for pulled pork on Wednesday and Thursday and stays for the burn ends on Friday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I don't know. I could go to any place for 3 days in a row.
Well, since it's a coffee shop, they meet the group of ladies meet there every Wednesday or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays, because they're getting done with their old lady exercise class and yoga.
Excellent.
So I'm trying to convert them into meat eaters.
Pam says the guy was drunk. He didn't even realize it was $1 a bun.
Well, and wasn't drunk enough because he came back.
Justin says, not cooking today or tomorrow. We had a 6K week. Gonna take a few days off.
Well, good for you.
Sorry for the slow week.
Beat you. Uh-huh.
Wow. Don't listen to him, Justin. Congratulations. Good job.
You're doing an excellent job. I love our listeners. Where's Jason, though? Probably playing with a smoker.
Not been on at all.
Yeah, probably playing with a smoker.
Probably. I haven't seen Nick yet today either.
I wonder what he had. Wonder what he had before that new smoker he just bought.
Nick?
No.
Oh. He's had a couple different things.
Is Rodriguez on? Steve?
I don't know if he's still on or not.
Oh.
He was at night. He was on it right at night. Let me know if you're still on, Mr. Rodriguez.
I want to know what Steve does. We don't know what Steve does yet, I don't think.
I'm assuming barbecue.
Good for him. Anyway, speaking of barbecue, are you really looking forward to your smoker?
Good for him. Man, I really don't know what Steve does. I wonder what Steve does. I think he does barbecue. Oh, good for him. Bastard.
What?
Copycat.
Can I tell you that I'm a squirrel? I'm just, hey, look.
Mike Terry commented on my post today of the Angry Mac, and he asked if I had to pay some royalties to Shaw, or if I cleared it with him on the name.
So of all the potlucks that we've ever had at barbecue competitions, I have had Angry Mac once.
I don't know that I've ever had it.
It is very soupy. It was shells and cheese, but it was very soupy. Yeah. And it was very angry. But it was very good. But he's now...
Justin says he's probably making money instead of being here and confused.
Well,
I am looking forward to the smoker coming.
What's is it because it's like a new toy, or you really think it's going to help build more
I think I'm within centimeters of burning through the outside wall of my current smoker, so I'm very much looking forward to
Outside wall. Oh boy.
the new one that was just put in
Yes.
that stainless steel one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nice big brown spot on it now.
Oh.
So yeah, the heat's there.
You should take a picture and post it to our Facebook page.
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to what's his name?
Who, Randall or Jay? Because it's been worked
Jay.
on by both.
Jay. Yeah, that was Jay's latest fix. He's done work on that thing twice.
So here's what you need to do, right?
Complete reconstruction the last time, and it still burned through in 2 months, 3 months.
All right. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. So you need to have him cut the chute entirely off.
He did.
Hold on. No, I'm talking about the whole side, the whole thing. Front, back of the smoker itself, the whole thing, and just put an Outlaw firebox in it, and you can run it as an offset. Done. Perfect.
That sounds awesome. I think it's a great idea. He won't do that.
Lone Star Grill's made one. Looks really, really cool. It's like a cabinet smoker with like an offset firebox. Kind of neat looking. There's one for sale right now.
Yeah.
I don't want it though.
Me either. It sounds like you want it a little bit.
It is cool.
Yeah. I am looking forward to having it.
Good.
So I'm looking. It is a new toy. It is. I like learning how to cook on new cookers.
Because it's the cook, not the cooker.
That's right. It's fun. It's a new challenge. It sounds like this probably shouldn't be a huge challenge for me. Rather than just changing some methods around, and probably some timelines we'll have to change a little bit. From what I'm hearing from you and everybody else, typically those cook a little bit faster. So just with the convection air in it, regardless of the rotisserie.
In my convection rotisserie, I can. I was telling Bubba yesterday, briskets cook on the bottom shelf, which typically will take a little bit longer. They will cook in 7 hours. Yeah. So now I can tell you this: my goal last week, I think I figured out when I need staff and when I can huff it myself. Thursdays for sure when I'm loading big meats. Thursday this time big meats didn't get on until like 1:30 in the afternoon, so I had to stay there until like 8:30 at night until they got off. But yeah, so I'm looking at that. Otherwise, we're doing good. We're doing good with staff.
Good.
We're doing okay.
You found that morning person yet? Have you re-advertised for that position?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared because it's like I want to give somebody a chance, but it's like
it doesn't hurt you to though. That's the thing.
No,
there's only one way you don't find somebody, and that if you just stop trying.
So when you're so when you started this way back in the day, right? Way back in the day, which was a Wednesday.
6 years ago, almost.
Can you believe it? 6 years.
No.
Most restaurants fold after 3, so.
We're on borrowed time.
Yeah. No, this is all gravy now. No,
not yet.
No. So what was your biggest fear with employees? Did you know Chris prior to it?
Yeah, I've known Chris for a long time.
Okay. Did you know that he was going to work out as well as I assume
yes.
as well as he's had?
I had zero doubts.
Okay.
So in 2019, I think it was 2019. Yeah, towards the end of that season, he came out and did a couple weekends with us to see how he liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met with him that off season, said, "Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I can offer you." Hopefully there is lots of room for financial benefit for both of us if everything goes well. There's no guarantees, obviously. I knew his work ethic. I knew his willingness to not leave a job that is shitty. So, it all worked out for me.
Right. It's all coming up, Josh.
So yeah, I had no doubt that he would be as consistent as he is.
So with you, if you get big and huge and your business expands as well as you hope it will in the future, would you ever consider him an equal partner at some point or another because of all
like
he's
as far as actual ownership in the company?
yes.
No.
Okay. I didn't know if that was
here, and this is, if everything works out perfect and we're in dream world.
Yeah.
But there is at no point in time where I'm going to give up more than a majority share of my business.
For sure. I guess I wasn't expecting. What I mean by equal partner is somebody that believes in the business as much as you do, somebody that's willing to do.
Yeah, he is that person already.
And how long did it take to get there?
He was pretty much there day one.
So he's doing whatever he can. Yeah, I know. So I thought this guy was going to be like he loves barbecue, and that was where maybe my.
You can't find yourself a Chris from day one.
You did.
I mean, unless I know, but
I mean, you did.
Well, I found a Chris before day one, though.
Because you already knew him.
I knew his personality. I knew everything that I needed to know about Chris, and he fully understands that. The better the truck does, the better he does. If we're not increasing sales every year, if we're not making money, he doesn't see an increase in pay. There's a direct correlation in how well we do versus how well Chris does. And he understands that. So he knows the more he gives into the company, the better life is for him in the long run. So
I just found out that one of our local barbecue trucks has shut down I believe he has shut down his truck to be a chef at a new restaurant that just opened up.
So, yeah, as part of Chris's compensation, when we first had our sit down before he started, he got a percentage ownership in the business.
Sure.
That increases 1% every year up to 10%.
Sure.
So at his peak, he'll own 10% of the business.
Sure. Yeah. He has skin
with
in the
hopes
game.
At some point in time
he can sit home and collect checks.
That pays off at some point, hopefully.
Yeah.
Whether we get bought out or whatever. Yeah. So hopefully that's how that works.
All right. So yes, I'm going to post that I'm looking for a pit person. Here's what I expect. Let's talk about laws here for a second.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that too, but yeah, I'm going to be going through that same thing. We're going to post that position soon too, because I have to get out of that rule.
Yeah.
And then we have, and part of this phone call is that we have possibly found a spot.
Cool.
Where the price is pretty right. It doesn't need a ton of work. It definitely needs some work.
Yeah.
But it's more work than what I have cash in the bank for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could be open, not perfect, but we could be open. Probably with about 60K.
That's good.
So, yeah. And that's if everything, falls perfectly. And
Josh, we're all running lean and mean right now, so it's like
everything falls perfect with all the timing and everything. Like, I still have time that I can call Old Hickory and say, "Hey, can you do natural instead of propane?" Yeah, and that smoker's not started yet.
No. Yeah, I know.
So yeah. Ideally, I go and pick up that smoker and we reel it right into a brick and mortar that's going to open in a little bit, type of thing.
Okay. So you've heard it here, folks. We're working on it.
It's no secret that we've been casually looking. I know, but if something falls into place, it falls into place. This has potential.
I did find out that the original building that we were looking at was purchased by a pizza company called BC's Pizza. I guess it's a franchise of some sort.
Yep. We have BC's over here.
Yeah, I had never heard of it. So this is the first time they're in our area. And the shop used to be a restaurant, then it was a catering company, and then I guess the catering company took everything when they left.
Yep.
And these people had to put in a ton of money, and I'm so happy that I didn't do it.
So this place was an old pizza place, but the kitchen's gutted. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
The drain's still there. The water lines are still. The gas line for the pizza oven's still there. The roof vent for the hood is still there and functional.
Yes.
but I would need to put in a new hood.
Contact JT.
For what?
A hood.
Oh, does he just have one laying around?
Yes. He needs to get rid of it. It's like an 8-foot hood.
I think I'm closer to 12-foot that I need.
Well, ask him. But
okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, Pam said Chris was afraid of me because I volunteered to work without pay, so Josh ignored my offer, but I stalked it, and the rest is history. That's true. Hello, producer Kyle. Yeah, well, I'm going to assume you want to talk about PTO requirements and sick time requirements.
Actually, yeah, because I would, and I know we only have about 10 minutes left, but
I totally missed that whole thing until I saw it on somebody else's post.
Well, that and tipping wages too.
Yeah, we
don't
near that. Yeah, we were nowhere near that, anyways.
But here's the reason I wanted to bring that up is like what is it going to affect your staff moving forward as far as your staff already understands they're getting a livable wage, right? Like you're already paying them what would be considered a good wage.
Hey, Nick.
And
Nick finally joined us.
Oh, hey, Nick. You're a little late, buddy. Not like you were doing anything. It's a freaking Monday. Anyway, what I have noticed on a couple of our days that we have not been, like our tip is like down to like 8% of what.
Yeah, we definitely have those days now on the truck.
I've just seen it. Maybe I've just noticed it more. But it was, I mean, yesterday's tipping was good, but I don't know. Tipping wages, so that was one, and then yeah, the PTO thing is like
it's not PTO, it's sick time. You don't have to offer PTO. It just
and the fact that somebody can call off or can do a no-call, no-show 3 times and not be fired for it. That's also part of that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know if I haven't done enough research to know where it affects. It was actually the Republican. She just signed it into law. Anyway, so what I haven't done enough research to know if there's a certain number of employees that it applies to, and whether it's like small business, big business, whatever.
So for the sick time, yes, there's 2 different segments. Because I went through and had to research all this stuff. I did, and I got my square set up yesterday. So as of right now, Chris is accruing sick time.
Oh, Chris never working.
I know. God damn it. So if
he
you have more
0.000 hours per hour worked.
So if you are more than 10 employees, it's 1 hour per every. I thought it was 30 for both sides. I know that our employees accrue 1 hour for every 30 hours worked. And I thought the biggest difference was the rollover or the max amount they can have.
Okay.
So hours have to roll over. 40 hours is the max they can have, or is what you have to allow them to bank. You can go more than that if you want, but
will you allow them to use it as anything other than sick time?
It depends. I have to dig in a little bit closer. If we have to qualify it as sick time, or if we can just do it as PTO, essentially.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because for where I worked, we just had PTO. We didn't have separate sick time leave.
Yeah, I think we had.
And you just use it for everything. Yeah, you just use it for everything.
I need to take a PTO day. Here you go.
Yeah. So I got to see if I can do it that way, or if we have to have the sick time built in for the verbiage. But yeah, 10 employees is the limit. So you're going to have 1 hour accrued for every 30 hours they work. It's right in Square. It's super easy. It's super easy in Square. Yeah. It took me 3 seconds to do it once I found out where it was.
The other law that is going back and forth, it's a federal thing. The BOI request. Have you done that?
BOI?
It's basically the beneficiary contact.
Yep. Ours was filed.
We did it when they first came out with it. Then they suspended it, and then they said do it, and then they suspended it again, and then they said do it. It's basically just to protect against money laundering. Everybody's getting so up in arms about it because they're having, you're submitting information. You know what? The federal government has all our information anyway. It really doesn't matter, people. Just submit your shit.
Yeah, so when we set up the company, we probably didn't need to do this, but we did it. We had a registered agent
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're supposed to have an address listed that can accept mail and
Yes.
registered mail. And we didn't have that locate. Like we didn't have a set location.
Yeah.
We can guarantee. So we set up a registered agent, which is that's out of Lansing is our address. So and they scan everything in. So if we get stuff, so like all our tax stuff goes there, and then they scan it, and we get it. You have a new file, or you have new mail that's been uploaded, or whatever. But they also do other services for you. So they actually file our stuff for us.
Oh.
So all our state paperwork that we have to do, so in the BOI, they filed like your BOI. This is coming up. Would you like? It's like $20. I was like, yep, absolutely. And then I don't have to do anything else.
What type of? You care to share the company offline or offline?
Yep. So we use Northwest Registered Agent.
Oh.
I'm trying to pull up the website right now.
Because I need to do an amendment to our articles of incorporation. So.
Yep, they did all that for us. Doing the amendments was a little bit tricky. The form is very confusing.
I have to change addresses.
Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. I don't know why I can't. The website is not pulling up.
And then everybody's been asking me if I'm doing two separate businesses, the food truck and this.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I do want to get us switched over to S Corp probably.
Yeah.
I would love to have.
I don't have any partners though, or I don't. Right. With an S Corp though, you can pay yourself a W-2, so that's good.
Yes. Well, yeah, legally. Yeah.
Legally, you can.
Legally. I don't think the IRS is coming after you. Like I had a W-2 the first couple of years when we were as we are. So
yeah,
until I found out we weren't supposed to do that.
Whoops.
But, whatever.
Oh, Joshua, you own this business, but yet you.
No, but
Joshua.
So I would like to have an umbrella company with everything underneath it.
Yeah.
So that way, if we wanted to do like a restaurant with a different name, we're not filing on like everything could just be under the same umbrella.
Yep.
Ideally. I agree. So, well, yeah, for the like, if we were getting this brick and mortar, it would just all be Sweet Rex. Right now, both places would be that, and it would all be under the same license.
Would we've already established last week, you have over 15,000 followers on your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever entertain having separate Facebook pages for a brick and mortar and the food truck?
I don't know yet. I've gone back and forth on it.
What are your pros and cons in 2 minutes?
Specials on the truck wouldn't necessarily be the specials in the restaurant, and there would be confusion. Telling people hours that we're open, or putting a post that the food truck is closed may cause confusion on the brick and mortar being closed. On the converse side, having those as separate pages means I have to build up a whole new, and there's no guarantee those people are coming over.
So would you start with, like, personally, I would make the food truck the main page. Like I would, as where all my followers are, that'd be where my food truck is. Because I think it's harder to build a following off your food truck, and then start a second page like PB&J's Barbecue Shop.
And that's probably what we would do. And it'd be a lot of duplicate posts.
Yeah.
So we would post brick and mortar stuff on the original page, and always put on a link to the new page and tag it. And
I've thought about doing groups too. Set up groups within your page, and
I really don't want another page to manage.
I don't either. Like I get it.
Facebook has gotten so complex in the managing of pages as it is, and I don't see all the notifications. Like if I go on my phone and somehow I switch over to Monday Morning Food Truck page, like I don't get the notification on my phone.
I get nothing
for my normal page. Like,
yes,
I stopped getting those. I was like, damn it! So I miss
if I'm on my business page, I get nothing from my personal page until, like, if people are messaging me, I get nothing, nothing at all.
Yeah. So it's problematic there.
So your homework is you need to look at the not the paid time off, but the no call no shows 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't care for that, because that is you're one and done. There's no leniency there.
Well,
producer Kyle says, "Don't do groups. Meta is ruining their reach." Okay.
Well, thank you, sir. Producer Kyle.
Oh, sorry. He had a whole bunch of stuff. I missed it. Kyle said his registered agent is in Delaware. They apparently have no laws there. It's great.
They don't. I have heard that before. I have heard that before.
He said I would set up an S corp in Delaware and then register each business as its own LLC. That way, if you get sued on one, it's not leveraged against, or it's leveraged only against itself. Kyle, who's getting sued here?
Yeah, what are you talking about? We haven't even got paperwork done yet.
We're barely legitimate.
And that's stretching the truth on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, well, another fun-filled show.
Yeah, everybody.
We're talking. We need to get out of here before we start talking legality. We do appreciate everybody that has hopped on. I don't know what number this is, but it's been a blast so far, so we're going to continue to do it. Hopefully, if I talk about the cafe and Josh ends up getting his brick and mortar going, you guys aren't going to leave us because we're talking about cafes and food trucks, but I might have to change the name to Monday Morning Food Truck Cafe.
All right, everybody.
And there's the alarm.
There's the alarm. All right, everybody. Have a good week. We will see you at some other time.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Next week. Bye-bye.
You want to do this on Tuesdays, Mondays?